Every day, our dogs are trying to have conversations with us, using a remarkable language that's been fine-tuned over thousands of years. Think of wolf packs in the wild. They needed ways to keep the peace within their family groups, and those same peacekeeping skills live on in our dogs today. Dogs experience the world through an incredible array of senses and notice things we might completely miss. They're such masters of observation that they can pick up on tiny changes in our expressions, even spotting when our pupils dilate. When we learn to notice these signals, we open up a whole new level of understanding with our dogs. Norwegian dog behavior expert Turid Rugaas speaks of 30 different calming signals that dogs use to maintain harmony in their social groups. As she explains, pack animals must communicate effectively not just for hunting and raising young, but crucially, for keeping peace within the group. This ability to prevent conflict is actually a survival skill. Fighting within the pack creates injuries and weakness that could threaten the entire group's survival. Yawning. Ever notice your dog yawning when he's clearly not tired? He's actually sending you a message telling you he's feeling a bit stressed for some reason. You might catch him yawning during a vet or grooming visit, when someone leans over him, or when voices get excited during family gatherings. During training, a yawn might be your dog's gentle way of saying, "This is a bit much. Could we take a breather?" Tongue flick. That quick little nose lick might seem like nothing, but it's actually your dog's way of sending a friendly text message. Dark-furred or fluffy-faced dogs, in particular, often use this signal because their other expressions can be harder to read. Keep an eye out for these quick licks when your dog meets someone new or isn't quite sure about a situation. Often, it's another sign of stress, too. Head turn. When your dog turns his head away as you go in for a cuddle, he's not being rude. He's actually being incredibly polite. Note, too, this dog's yawn and tongue flick, both signs of stress, as I just said. This move might also show up when you're giving him a loving lecture about the missing shoe, or when someone walks directly toward him. Dogs use the head turn a lot to diffuse tension and communicate to other dogs that they're not a threat. Indirect approach. Now, watch two dogs meeting off-leash. They create beautiful curved approaches that would make any dance choreographer proud. Direct head-on approaches are for predators, which is why our dogs prefer to take the scenic route when greeting others. This explains why those straight-line greetings on leash can feel uncomfortable for our dogs. It's just not the way they naturally do things. Turid Rugaas calls this walking in curves. Sniffing. Sometimes that sudden interest in the ground isn't about fascinating smells. It's your dog's version of a social breather. Notice how your dog might sniff the ground when passing other dogs or when meeting new people? That's him keeping things comfortable and calm. It's a perfectly polite way of creating a little space when needed, or a way to cope with a potentially stressful situation. Sniffing lowers a dog's pulse rate too, helping them feel and stay calmer all around. Play bow. The play bow is both an invitation to have fun and a masterful way to make potentially tense situations more comfortable. Watch a cautious dog meeting new friends. They might throw in a play bow to say, "Hey, I'm friendly, let's keep things light." It's their way of breaking the ice while keeping everyone feeling safe. It also tells other dogs that whatever happens from here on out is intended as play and not aggression. Walking slowly. Moving in slow motion or pausing isn't your dog being uncooperative. It often means he's being thoughtful and careful, or feels unsure about something. For example, when you call him to come back to you, a slow approach might mean he's reading something in your voice that you didn't even notice. If he puts the brakes on when you're out on a walk, he definitely has a good reason for that. He might be unsure of the path ahead, or maybe he's seen a dog up ahead that he doesn't want to walk past. This is not your dog being stubborn or trying to be difficult. He's simply being socially aware. The wonderful thing is that we can learn to speak dog by using these same gentle signals. Try turning sideways, looking away casually, and moving in a roundabout way when approaching your dog, especially if you have an anxious or fearful dog. Combining these signals shows dogs you understand their world and the way they communicate. It's a really effective way to show your dog he can trust you. Want to learn more about how to read your dog's signals right away? Download my free Dog Body Language Made Easy cheat sheet. Just click the link below to get your copy and use it as a handy reference guide. Our Romanian rescue dog, Florence, found the world completely overwhelming when we first adopted her, and stayed hidden away in a bathroom for 4 weeks. Florence was the most shut-down dog I'd ever seen, so during this time, I made sure I spoke her language to help her overcome her fears and learn that she was safe and could trust me. I'd go into her safe space several times a day and sit on the floor at the other end of the room. I'd always sit sideways onto Florence, who was at the other end of the room in her bed. I'd spend a few minutes looking at my phone, occasionally tossing her a tasty treat. Gently, because otherwise she got scared of my arm movement, making soft eye contact and chatting to her in a calm, quiet voice. Then I'd get up and leave again. I'd be conscious of her body language so as not to overwhelm her. If she looked nervous, I'd look away, turn my head to the side, and present the side of my neck. By using canine calming signals like these that Florence could understand, she quickly learned that I wasn't a threat and that she was safe with me. The head turn is a fantastic way in which to solve conflicts, and it's used a lot by all dogs, says Turid Rugas. Yes, that's Florence again, so why not try it with your dog? At the same time, always watch for signs that your dog needs a moment or some space. He'll tell you if you pay attention. Learning to spot these signals is like picking up a new language, one that deepens your connection with your dog. Every signal is part of a conversation that's been refined over countless generations. Your dog is talking, and now you know how to listen. Ready to deepen your understanding even further? Watch my next video, How to Understand Dogs Like a Pro, where I break down even more key body language cues and behaviors that reveal what your dog is really trying to tell you. Thanks for watching. Come see us at catanddoghouse.com/dogs.